Amerykańskiej w takim społeczeństwie jak Stany Zjednoczone są, jest organizacja, która będzie, można powiedzieć, rzecznikiem Polonii, tu amerykańskiej Polonii.
The condition of Polish Americans in the United States has a great deal of improvement, but we do need a great deal more of improvement. The Polish American Congress is an organization that represents all the Polish Americans in the United States. But unfortunately, the organization maybe is not as powerful as it should be. We have to articulate a position that will bring more power to the Polish community, not here only in New York State, but throughout the country, particularly in the political agenda.
The Polish community itself is extremely active in the United States. It's a very vital component of, certainly here in New York. I grew up nearby here in Sunnyside, and I know full well how important the Polish community is. My wife actually, she's from Atlanta, but her mother was Polish, so I have the Polish connection that way. Tremendous personal feeling between the U.S. and Poland, cultural ties. Just again, there's always been a strong emotional bond between the U.S. and Poland. Even during the worst days of the Cold War, America always maintained a close relationship with the Polish people. And of course, Pope John Paul II, before he was Pope, he came here to Greenpoint and it was well received by everyone, by Poles and by all ethnic groups. And no, there's always been a very, very close relationship between the U.S. and the Polish people.
Thank Congressman Peter King for adding his name to the list of co-sponsors of the visa waiver bill, which is now in the House. So with the help of, I'd like to present this plaque to you. And very simply it says, Honorable Peter T. King, and is given in appreciation of his recognition and inclusion of the issue of Central and Eastern Europe as a vital interest of American foreign policy. And that's what you've told us, the way you feel. And we appreciate your support, Congressman, and we wish you
Thank you very much. Thank
well, you. And there are rumors that Congressman King may be a candidate for president in 2016. President of the United States.
Kongres Polonii Amerykańskiej jest jedną z wielu organizacji polonijnych, która walczy o dobro Polski. W wielu sytuacjach członkowie Kongresu Polonii Amerykańskiej ubiegają się o dobre imię Polski, o należyty honor i szacunek dla spraw historii polskiej. Dlatego cieszymy się, że ta organizacja tutaj na stan Nowy Jork Południowy działa intensywnie, stara się jak najlepiej prowadzić swoją działalność, a jednocześnie podtrzymuje piękne polskie tradycje, jak również katolicyzm, co dzisiaj jest bardzo ważne. Dziękuję.
Tu jest klucz, żeby jedna organizacja przedstawiała dużo więcej. Wtedy możemy wysłać parę ludzi do Waszyngtonu czy do Warszawy i oni mogą powiedzieć szczerze, że przedstawiają miliony Polaków.
Kongres Polonii bardzo dużo robi dla Polaków. Walczą o zniesienie wizy, o ustalenie emerytur.
Więcej młodych ludzi powinno należeć do Kongresu Polonii Amerykańskiej. O to kongres powinien zabiegać.
Rokrocznie Kongres Polonii Amerykańskiej wyróżnia ludzi zasłużonych, nie konkretnie nawet Polaków, którzy w jakiś sposób przyczynili się do tego, żeby Polacy mieszkający w Stanach osiągali sukcesy lub w przypadku dzisiejszej imprezy wyróżnionym został kongresmen Peter King, a jest również wyróżniony nasz borough prezydent Brooklynu Mary Markowicz, który jest ogromnym przyjacielem Polaków. Jest wśród wyróżnionych ksiądz Szpilski. Notabene jesteśmy w miejscu, które dzięki właśnie księdzu zostało zakupione dla Polonii. Pulaski Police Association, jedna z organizacji wyróżnionych, a Madame Curie, Skłodowska Curie Professional Women Association, jedna z wyróżnionych, organizacja SPATA, a też organizacja biznesmenów, którzy prowadzą agencje podróży. No i oczywiście indywidualnie dr Cioczek, który również za swoje zasługi pisze książki, angażuje się, jest profesjonalnym lekarzem, który też udziela się tutaj w naszym środowisku.
Polonia, Polonia, Polonia. Now I must tell you that Polish Americans, Jewish Americans, Greek Americans, Turkish Americans, African Americans, Caribbean Americans, Latino Americans, Chinese Americans, I can go on and on and on and on and on. We're so blessed in Brooklyn to really have dynamic communities of just about every ethnic group on the globe. There is no question about it. And if you think about it, ladies and gentlemen, just about every moment of every day, you and I live as brothers and sisters with everyone else, proving that world peace can be attained if someday the world looks like Brooklyn, USA. Now, the Polish community in particular, as you know better than I do, warm, patriotic, church-going patriots devoted to their community and to our nation. And the women, oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Hardworking and dedicated, I mean that. So thank you for allowing me to serve you as your borough president for 12 years. I hope you agree with me that Brooklyn's in a different place. We are cool, you know that? We're hip, we're chic. My God, we're the envy of America. If you read the papers in other countries, Brooklyn, oh, even the French are filming right here in Brooklyn a mini-series for their TV in France. Why? Because they said that Brooklyn is really where New York is at. Oh, I like that very much. President Obama was here yesterday, as you know, and he lived in Brooklyn, I believe less than a year in Park Slope. And he said when he was here in the 80s, Brooklyn was cool, but not as cool as it is today. And I can go on and on and on. Today, the number of people leaving Brooklyn is very small now. And the number of people that are moving here is incredible, particularly from the Midwest, particularly from the Midwestern part of the United States of America. Young, creative professionals. They believe that moving to Brooklyn means this is the place where their dreams can come true. They're not choosing Manhattan, and they're not choosing other locations. They're choosing Brooklyn. And what's sweet to me is that those families that fled Brooklyn in the 1960s and 70s, you know that old saying I always say, how sweet it is. Their grandkids are moving back to Brooklyn. And when you ask them where are they moving, Williamsburg and Greenpoint. Almost every one of them. Now, I would never dream, Bozino and Frank, that the day would come, Joe Lentol, when I walk down the streets of Greenpoint and I walk down Williamsburg, people stare at me, not because they know me, but because I have one color hair, no tattoos, no piercings, right? look like a fossil almost. Anyway, but it's wonderful to see the dynamic change. So much so that Brooklyn is really everything I had prayed and hoped to work for all my life, that I only wanted to be Brooklyn Borough President professionally, and that's true, by the way. So we got ourselves a national team for you old timers like me that still dream of the Brooklyn Dodgers. Not gonna happen. Believe me, you're looking at the last borough president that will ever serve Brooklyn that was alive during the days of the Brooklyn Dodgers. The next borough president, they weren't even born yet. They have no clue other than what they see on the movies. But the truth is that we're in a different time, and Brooklyn's in a better place. It really is. So I thank you all so very much for allowing me to serve you, and I'll end it on this, and then I have a presentation, if I may. Oh, you got a presentation, and I got a presentation. If I made you prouder of being a Brooklynite during my time in office, if I helped improve your life even a little, and if I put a smile on your face, then I've accomplished everything I set out to do. Let me wish you all good health. That's the most important thing. And pray that we have a world at peace very, very soon. Brooklyn is known for many, many things, but this is the exact replica of the Brooklyn Bridge. And if I may, present this to Rosina with my love.
Chairperson of this banquet. We appreciate it. Your work, as usual, is always successful, and thank you. And I thank also the rest of our banquet committee.
Chcę bardzo podziękować Frankowi, że tutaj w tym szacownym gronie padło nazwisko prezydenta Kaczyńskiego, który nie tylko był prezydentem Rzeczpospolitej, ale w moim przypadku był także moim kolegą ze studiów na Uniwersytecie Warszawskim i bardzo bliskim mi człowiekiem, zarówno on, jak i jego żona. Więc ilekroć pada to nazwisko, to ja jestem tym bardzo poruszona, ponieważ bardzo nam się trudno pogodzić z taką ogromną stratą, którą wtedy ponieśliśmy my wszyscy, zarówno my w Polsce, jak i tutaj w środowisku polonijnym. Więc dziękuję Ci, Frank, że to nazwisko tu padło, bo jak będziemy pamiętać, to będziemy także jakoś blisko tamtego czasu, kiedy prezydent tutaj był na Greenpoincie, byliśmy w kościele, pamiętam, byliśmy w Unii i to był chyba pierwszy taki wypadek, kiedy prezydent tyle czasu spędził tutaj na Greenpoincie. Gratuluję wszystkim, którzy dzisiaj zostaną wyróżnieni, bo to jest wyróżnienie dla Polonii, dla Was wszystkich i przede wszystkim także dla tych, którzy chcą Was wyróżnić, bo to znaczy, że umiemy się nawzajem docenić i sobie dziękować. Życzę bardzo miłego wieczoru. Dziękuję bardzo.
In appreciation of your friendship and the spiritual guidance you have offered Polonia from the altar and from working among us. Father, it's with deep gratitude and pleasure that we present this.
And I am here so happy that at the end of my life I am still active, trying to do as much as I can. And Greenpoint was deep down in my heart. It was with Polish school and Catholic school, in so many societies, organizations. Most of them do not exist right now. But 40 years ago, it was a different Greenpoint, different Brooklyn, different circumstance. But anyway, there is a Polish spirit, they're beautiful Polish people, and I love to be here with you today.
Our names are being announced in Capitol, in Albany, when we visit Joe. So please, Joe, can you say a few words?
Dziękuję Wam za pomoc. Bóg zapłać. You should all know, and you actually got an opportunity a few years at the Pulaski banquet to speak to Congresswoman Maloney about the visa waiver issue that we're still fighting for. I mentioned it to Peter King before we left here tonight. And I also want to tell you that you'll now have close contact with Congresswoman Maloney because she's going to be in my office. And she'll be attending in my office with me. So that when you have federal issues like that, you can come to my office and contact her as well as me.
Przyznajemy takie nagrody, dlatego że uważamy, że miesiąc pamięci, czyli październik, nie powinien tak przejść bez echa. Ludzie, którzy dużo robią dla Polonii, są czasami nie opomijani, a poprzez takie właśnie wyróżnienie doceniamy, dziękujemy za tą działalność i prosimy o dalszą współpracę.
Dr. Henry Choczek, this is in recognition of his participation with our Holocaust Documentation Committee to remember the sacrifices the Polish people had to make to rescue Jews during the German occupation of Poland in World War II.
Thank
It's
you.
our pleasure.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this award. I mean, to get such a wonderful award, it's great feeling. Also, I want to mention somebody, very close friend of mine, Bronek Bergman. Please stand up, Bronek. Bronek Bergman is a true and living example of the fact that Jewish people were fighting for Poland freedom. Bronek, who is a proud Polish and Jewish citizen, he was a member of Home Army, Armia Krajowa, and he was fighting in Warsaw Uprising. Let's give the cheers of applause. Thank you so much.
I will let Mrs. Pierwona read it herself.
Polish American Congress, Society of Polish American Travel Agents, in appreciation of the half century of devoted to help Polish immigrants maintain their bond with Poland through travel and tourism, Downstate New York Division.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Peter. Proszę Państwa, ja chciałabym serdecznie podziękować. Szanowny Panie Prezesie, Szanowna Pani Generalna Konsul, Szanowni goście, w imieniu Society of Polish American Travel Agents w Ameryce i w Kanadzie szalenie dziękuję za tak wspaniałe wyróżnienie. Nasze biura podróży, które zawsze promują Polskę, które zawsze pracują dla Polonii, które zawsze promują turystykę do Polski, a również promują Amerykę w Polsce.
Jesteśmy wyróżnieni na Kongresie Polonii, także jest to wielki zaszczyt dla wszystkich agencji, którzy są zjednoczeni w wsparciu. Dziękujemy bardzo Kongresowi, panu Milewskiemu, pani Bożenie za tak ogromne wyróżnienie. Dziękujemy.
Marii Skłodowska-Curie, Professional Women Association. I'm not going to say much. I'm just going to say one thing. I was honored and privileged that I was the chair lady of the first event that Madame Curie Professional Women Association held. And we had the Lieutenant Governor, Mary O'Donoghue, Mary, yes. And she came and she spoke to us. That was a great accomplishment for our organization. So with great pleasure, I would like to Polish American Congress, to Marii Skłodowska-Curie, Professional Women Association, in appreciation of your underlying determination to honor the scientific achievements of Marii Skłodowska-Curie and your dedicated efforts to promote the advancement of Polish women in all professions. Downstate, New York Division, October 26, 2015. Congratulations. And this is from woman to woman.
Okay. Thank you so much. And I'm the president, as president of Marii Skłodowska-Curie Professional Women's Association. I am deeply honored and delighted to accept this award from the Polish American Congress of New York's Downstate Division. Each of our officers, board of directors, and members are women of high caliber, representing various walks of life. They are dedicated to their professions, businesses, and talents. They are proud of their Polish heritage and continue to improve themselves in their chosen fields.
The Polish American Congress to Pulaski Association of the New York City Police Department in appreciation of the pride and honor with which you represent our Polish heritage while you serve the city of New York and its people. Downstate, New York Division, October 26, 2013.
Hello everyone, how are you? I'm sure everyone wants to get to eating real quick, so we'll make this one fast. Good evening everyone, I am Sergeant Michael Lukowski, President of the NYPD Pulaski Association, and we'd like to say thank you, that we are honored to be here tonight, and we thank the Polish American Congress for recognizing us this evening. Our organization began in 1956 and was founded by Sergeant Michael Lebowski. Mike was a great man and had a vision of uniting and bonding NYPD personnel of Polish and Slavic heritage in creating one of the finest and one of the best fraternal organizations of all time.
I'm very proud to be president of the club, and we have very, very good cops, all ranks within our group, and we have the courage of Pulaski in our blood.
Thank you once again for this award, and may God bless America, the Polish American Congress, the NYPD Pulaski Association, and everyone here tonight. Thank you. And Poland.
This is even greater because we have the police finest here, and we have John Lowe, the city controller, coming here and greeting all of us. So John, please, this is your opportunity, this is your cue. You came from Manhattan, especially here. This is your
I'm here every year with the Polish American Congress, an organization that has been so successful in organizing the Polish American community, the growing community right here in New York City and beyond, and also serving as a bridge between the Polish community and the mainstream. And this is an organization that I love dearly because they have made so much progress, and it allows me to be a real partner with the growing Polish American community here in New York.
This is a replica of Polish eagle. And we want to give you this eagle, so you can put it in your new office, and you can always remember this Greenpoint community. And for reason, the surrounding about the eagle is green, because the Greenpoint is green. So, John, this is, you have one here. I know it's a beautiful white eagle, beautiful. But this is from the Polish community to you, and we have one for Joe as well. since we have our Consul General, so it's very appropriate, two politicians holding the Polish eagle with the Consul General.
The concept of being a New Yorker is that you are a citizen of the world, because we have people who come here from every part of the world. And the difference between a Polish New Yorker and a New Yorker is a Polish New Yorker is a New Yorker who is proud that New York has many people from Poland, whether they be Polish American or not. So I would consider myself, in many ways, a proud Polish New Yorker as well.
Even though the Iron Curtain is gone and the Soviet Union is gone, Poland still is in a very dangerous neighborhood. And it's important that the U.S. maintain close relations with Poland, because they've been an outstanding ally, especially in Afghanistan. They've done a great job, and I don't want us to be making any arrangements with Russia at the expense of Poland.